Morning, Loz. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Happy Friday.
Happy a Friday.
And the weekend.
Yep, that's it. It's coming up. It's tomorrow.
It is indeed. Now, in our Ramble Part 2 yesterday, we gave a hint to the business of the week.
Oh, we did too. I was like, where are you going with this? Because what
Yeah.
we talk about on the YouTube channel often is not appropriate for what we talk about.
Oh, there's not that much inappropriate.
But so when you just went, oh, yesterday, I was like, where are you going with this? No, yeah, we did allude that
Yeah.
wasn't. That was a good part.
So that was the bonus part to it. If you went to have a listen to that, you get to hear, well, a bonus chat too about everything else we talked about on there, which you can go and listen to.
That's right. Listen to Sun969 on YouTube.
But we did mention that I made a visit last week to Alistronics. And they had us blaring in there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. They have such cool stuff in there.
Yeah. Really good. So I wandered around, and it's kind of a funny story. So they're the business of the week. Congratulations to our business of the week.
We didn't do a
Alistronics.
drum roll.
Oh, goodness.
You can't do a delayed drum roll. It doesn't work.
Can't do it anyway. But yeah, we love that they listen to us all the time. And I went in there and I couldn't believe, and I'm not, it's going to sound like an ad. I've got to be very careful how I say this, but 4 sales reps came up to me and made sure I was all okay. Like I just wanted to see what they had. I hadn't been there since I've moved back here in, 80 months. I hadn't stepped foot in the store. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't have any money. That's probably why. But anyway, I stepped foot in the store, wandered up and down the aisles and checked out everything they had. And
4 people.
Yeah, 4 times I was approached by 4 different salespeople, so they were really good service, very good service.
That is amazing service.
Then I realised I actually did need something.
What?
I needed some wires. I needed some cables, some microphone cables that you use for getting from your computer to DJ equipment, because I was doing a couple of extra gigs and I didn't know whether these places had the leads.
Yeah, right.
And sure enough, they didn't. Gapview and Uncles didn't have the wires I needed. So luckily, I put my 50 on the table, which I think was very good for these 2 mic leads. They're very long leads, good leads. And so I went up to them and said, actually, I do need some help now. I've discovered, do you have XLR leads, which is like jargon? And they did. They had what I needed. And they were cheap, $25 each for very long leads. You couldn't make them for that. You couldn't buy the wire and the connectors and all of that.
Yeah, right.
And they even said to me, we don't even know why they're that cheap. It was really good.
That's awesome.
So I was very happy with that. And strangely, a few hours later, I get to Gapview. Do you have leads? No, they didn't.
Oh, well, then that's good.
And they paid for themselves. And then the next night, the same at Uncle's. I needed the leads again.
Wow.
Although Uncle's had some leads, but I just found them later. But I just used mine anyway.
Yeah, nice.
So really good.
Look at you being prepared.
So I'm very happy with them. But anyway.
Awesome.
That's it. That's enough to talk about.
I mean, it did sound kind of like an ad, but I appreciate what you were saying because they do have lots of cool stuff. Now, similar, I'm going to veer off a little bit here.
Let's veer off.
A bit controversial. This has nothing to do with what you were just talking about. It just made me think of something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you were saying how people approach you, whatnot. And that's fantastic, especially at a store like Alistronics where you actually do kind of need their expertise.
Sure.
But it made me think that when I go shopping, I actually hate that.
You don't like it, do you?
No, I hate when people
A lot of people
approach
don't
me.
like it.
It actually makes me want to leave the store. In saying that, I'm talking more like retail. Because at a place like, as you were saying, Alistronics, you actually kind of do need their expertise because it's like a niche, it's niche products, what you're looking for. But when you go to just like, more so not here as much, but I mean, I'm from Melbourne, but more so like in the shopping centres and stuff in the cities, because the people working there like have to, like they get told.
Well, they get told to. They're trained to do it. Yeah.
And I know that they have to, but I find it so irritating, especially when you're trying something on and they like knock at the door, like, can I help you with anything? Do you need a different size?
When you're in the change room?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
Yeah, all the time. Or do you need
I wouldn't want to be
shout
approached while I'm in the change room.
Just shout out if you need anything. And it's like, listen, I'm just in here having an existential crisis about these jeans. Can you just give me a minute?
Yes, I'm looking at the last 30 years of damage I've done to my body.
Yeah, and you're at the door, this young, beautiful 20-something being like, would you like me to check the sizing for... Leave.
Look, maybe that's a female thing. I don't know. I think even as a male... Actually, I don't mind a bit of service as a male, but I feel like, that first time when they approach you is a bit annoying. Now, I've worked in retail too and still do. I do a bit of retail work. I'm not going to go into any details, but at one of the places I work, you have to do it.
Yeah, I know.
And half the customers are really happy, and it just depends on the words you use. There is a bit of psychology in it. Sometimes if you say, "Oh, can I help you?" then that's a straight no, you can't. Or I'm just looking. They give you the "I'm just looking" line, right? But instead of saying "you can't help me," they are just looking. They'll say, "Oh, I'm just looking. Oh, I'm all right for now. Someone's looked after me already," or whatever, right? You get that, but half the time, if you say it the right way, like come in and have a chat about what it is, the item you're looking at showing them, or they're looking at, you say, "Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it?" Something like that. Go in there and have a little bit of a chat about what they're looking at, as opposed to, "Do you need help?" Because you say do you need help, they're just going to shut you down straight away. It's pretty much a closed question, isn't it?
I feel like it's pretty much a catch-22 for the person working in retail, because I can tell you this much: if I walk into a shop and they, you know, "Can I help you with anything?" However they phrase it, and I'm like, "No, thank you," and then they kind of keep hanging out, and you kind of like, can you
they're waiting for you.
Yeah, and you're like, can you, now that I feel pressure, I just wanted to have a look, like now I don't want to get anything, now I actually just want to leave your store. But other side of the coin, if I went into the same shop and saw something I wanted to buy immediately and I needed help with something
and there was no one available,
I would be angry at that too.
And
so there is no winning.
We get that too, because we're a small team where I work, and you get that as well. So you get, you know, we've got a team of 4 people, and sometimes we can have 6 customers, for example, right? 6 is not a lot, but if you've only got 4 people running around working, then there's 2 customers, and sometimes customers get grumpy and leave. And I find that rudeness and ignorance too, because they're going, okay, so I came in, I was approached by a sales rep straight away. I didn't want their help. And then when I needed their help, they were busy with other customers. And then I get grumpy. I mean, that's just...
Yeah, I know. Human nature, though. Nature of the beast.
And in one of my places I work, you know, it's a funny thing. People take their time when they're doing something and wander around and hold everybody else up. But then the minute that it's not their fault and they need help straight away, it's like, "Excuse me, come on.
Yeah, no.
Clicking their fingers, whatever, right?
I've worked in retail before too. It is honestly just the nature of the beast and how it is.
Yeah.
But I can say that I just can't stand when retail workers consistently, especially in the cities, because they get commission. So sometimes if you'll say politely to the first one, "No, I'm okay, thanks, just having a look," and then 5 minutes later, another retail, because it's like they're fighting over the commission. So then someone else comes up, and then someone else comes up, and you're like, "You know what? I'm done. I'm leaving your store."
Yeah.
Now no one's getting the commission.
Well, you'll be back.
Well, not when I don't live there.
Yeah, but sometimes if you need something, you'll be back. But look, it's interesting to say that, and it's the same mentality for me that, you know, I've talked about this before. The driver that does 40k in a 60 zone, that holds everyone, has no consideration, then means that everyone misses the set of traffic lights, and then they have to wait for 5 minutes, and then wait more and wait more. And that's the same sort of thing that goes on in a queue waiting for service at a retail place, right? You know, someone will stuff around, muck around, you know, be on their phone to someone while they're trying to pay and all this sort of thing. Well, everybody else is just waiting, looking at their clock, you know. But the minute something goes wrong with that cash register, they're onto you.
Oh, yeah.
"Oh, you know, come on, excuse me," you know.
Yeah. Yeah, the minute that it's got the flashing light or whatever.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the same. It's that kind of mentality, but there's no consideration for the other people standing behind them.
Of course not.
You know, so they've got all day, but. And I find that on the roads as well. You and I have talked about it. It's frustrating when people are doing 40 in a 60 zone. It's just, you know, because they're not thinking about everybody else has somewhere to be and needs to keep going. And particularly in cities, if you miss that set of lights, it's going to mean seven more traffic lights that you're going to miss. And that's going to set you back by sometimes up to 15, 20 minminutes. And you might miss your appointment or your job interview or whatever it is. Yes, you could say go earlier. That's true. But sometimes you can't prepare for these things. You can't prepare for the 40k driver.
That's exactly right. I was, you know, the biggest issue we have here really with traffic is the train, which I almost got caught by this morning. And I saw it and I veered off in another direction and was like, "I'm going the long way," just so I didn't have to wait, even though it probably would have been the same amount of time. Like going straight, waiting for the train and then continuing on probably would have been the same amount of time as me doing, a turn, going a different way and taking the long way out to work. But I just didn't want to wait.
No. Well, we better wrap it up. We'll get to the news and let's talk about our weekend in our part 2. That can be our cliffhanger. We'll talk about what we're doing on the weekend in part 2, which is available at Listen to Sun 969 YouTube page. Go and have a look there. It's news time. Have a good weekend and I'll catch you tomorrow from 6 to 10.